Okay, so I have a 2013 Ford Escape. I was replacing the AC condenser because it had a hole right here from a metal piece right over there. It hit it, I guess, when I bought it. AC didn't work. This is what happened. Anyways, everything I'm gonna say, it's not gonna be perfect. I didn't know what I was doing when I was taking everything apart. Really no mechanic knows exactly what they're doing when they're going in for it, but they do it anyway. And then they learn from it. And the next job, it'll be 100 times easier. So the first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna have this on the car, obviously. Unless you don't have it on, then, well, it might be a little easier for it. Take off, well, first off, you're gonna have this panel here. It's gonna be up like this. Take out all the pins and the plastic pieces and the screws. On the bumper, you're gonna have 2 screws here, all these pins, 3 screws here. In order to get these screws, you're gonna have to come over here. The headlights are gonna be on. You're gonna come over here with your, sorry, I have a vape in my hand, but come over here with a ratchet. I use the stubby. It's like a little bitty ratchet. Came in here with a 10, popped all 3 out there. It's gonna be same on this side. Everything I say on this side is basically gonna be the exact same thing over here. There's gonna be a couple different things, but I'll get to those when we get to it. Flip this over out your way to take the bumper off. That's the first thing you're gonna want to do. Remember the 3 screws there. Take out all the bolts out on the bottom, and in the fender wells on both sides, you're gonna have to take off all these bolts here. I'm sorry, I'm not a photographer. Filmer, it's probably not gonna be the best. And I've already filmed it before. I just missed some stuff and I refilmed it because I didn't want you to miss anything. Because some things on YouTube, they go through the process and they don't really show you everything. So I'm gonna try my best to remember everything. Once you get everything out, all the screws, these little pins, I broke them. These little pins you have to push in and pull out. You see it right there. It's a little, you understand, I guess. If you don't, once the bumper, you pull the bumper out, you're going to have to, you don't have to unplug anything from the light. How, what the hell is this? I'll figure that out later. You have to unplug this. It's I use like a wrench or something, or hose pliers. To just don't press too hard. You're gonna have to. I pressed that little clip in because it was dirt and stuff like that. But don't press too hard; you'll break it, obviously, and then pull it out. Once you have the bumper off, set it aside. The cause of that hole in the metal, I'm gonna fix. You might want to think about doing the same if you're having the same problem. You see those 2 big ass holes there. I'm gonna put a little metal grate, make sure they have holes because they're airflow. But I'm gonna cover those up somehow. Make sure nothing else falls into it. The second thing, once you get the bumper off, is you're going to want to take all this plastic shit off. There's gonna be this piece sits kind of somewhere. Either I have to remember how to put it back in, but yeah, like that. And it has clips. Just pop that off. It'll be laying there. It'll be sitting inside while you're working on this plastic piece. Basically, you see those things right there. They're locks. So it'll be sitting in the car, kind of like that. Or it's upside down, I can't remember. Yeah, it'll be sitting like this because you see it has the lock, ASM stoves. I don't know what the fuck this means, but you just have to find the sweet spot really where the whole plastic piece will come out. There's gonna be these little plastic shrouds. See how it's floppy? Well, you have to take the top. I took the top off. It's little plastic clips. Because it's gonna be wrapped around the metal. The metal's gonna come through here. Just take that off. There's gonna be another one on this side. I took the whole thing off. You have to find the sweet spots for the locks, and there's gonna be 2 bolts right here and right here. I think they're 10 millimeter. Where's it at? No, that's not it. Yeah, possibly this one. I'm not sure exactly. I have to remember when I start putting everything back together. It's always the worst when you can't figure out what goes where. I was trying to organize. Is that like, because you're gonna have a lot of bolts, so you got to organize where everything goes pretty neatly. So once you get that plastic piece off, I mean, you still have to figure out. You're gonna have a plastic piece there. You're gonna have a plastic piece there. There's little clips everywhere, but mostly what you have to worry about is the 2 nuts sitting in those holes and the locks. Once you find the sweet spots for the locks, it'll pop out. Also, on this plastic piece, see that little clip there? It goes in here, and one goes in this side. So if you go in from behind it, from this angle, you can use a needle nose. You pinch. You pinch these 2 together, and you just pull it out. It's gonna be easier said than done. And also on this side, it's the same thing. You'll see the hole there, and you pinch it from that side. You might have to move these out your way, which I did. Make sure you don't have any pressure in your your AC condenser, because it'll be very bad. But if you don't, take these out. You can probably look up another video to see how much pressure is in your AC lines. But really, if you don't know about that, you really shouldn't be doing this job. If you don't know about AC work, take it to a mechanic. So you don't want to fuck some stuff up. Anyways, move that out of the way. You can get your needle nose in there, pinch that little corner, and that plastic piece will come out. Now the next step is you see this big metal bar right here. So in order to get the AC condenser out, you have to pretty much pick up on this. So in order to do that, you're gonna have to take out this screw that's in here. It's gonna be sitting somewhat like that. Unscrew it. It'll be sitting in that hole there. And then there's a couple screws on this side. Actually, let me back up just 1 second. Once you get that bumper off, in order to get the headlights out, I don't know if I said this already, but there's a little screw right here, and a couple screws on top and the bottom, right there. But that screw that's right there, that white little clip, it's like right here somewhere. And once you get the bumper off, you can get access to that screw that's on this side for the headlight. And you can just pop those out, so you have a little bit more working room, so you can get to those clips and everything like I was talking about. But let's go back to where we were. I'm sorry I missed that part if I did. I might not have. But you screw there, a couple screws on the side. It'll be the same thing over here. Screw there, a couple screws on the side right there. There's gonna be a bolt here. Take that out. There's gonna be a bolt here. Take that out. Then this will just kind of lift up, and you can pull the AC condenser out that way. Also, when you get ready to pull the AC condenser out, if you haven't done so already, take those hoses off. And then these clips, you're gonna have to push in this, pull it up. You can do each side at a time. Push this, pull it up. Might be sitting in one of these as well. Can't remember, it's already been off. But before you get ready to pull the AC condenser out, you have to take this intercooler 7, unscrew that little ring there. You might have to take a flathead screwdriver and kind of pull this off because it sucked. Also on that side, take your 7, unscrew that ring over there, make it loose kind of. You don't have to. It didn't even come off, so you might not have to. The pain in the ass was that. See that hole down there? Right here. Well, it's right here. This a screw goes up in it, and you have to go from the bottom, and it's really hard to get the space in there. You can use a 7 or a 5/16. I recommend probably a 7. If you use a 5/16, make sure you use this end first. You don't want to strip anything. Then you can use the other side and get it off. I didn't have a 7mm wrench, so I just used the 5/16. Once you drop the intercooler, that's when you can start working on the AC condenser and, you know, taking the clips off. Sorry, I jumped ahead a step. But you can start taking the AC condenser out, and then if you have that out, it'll just drop right down and you can pull it out. Hopefully that helps someone. I'm sorry I'm not the best cameraman or the best description giver. I don't really do YouTube that much. I just kind of work on cars. When, you know, I do it, and once I do it, I just kind of, you know, but this was probably a pain in the ass, honestly, to do. So hopefully it helped someone out. Thank you.